That's life. That's what all the people...
This is FNGR, and here's a list of canceled projects I would naturally need you to comment below in the description if any of these things are things you'd like to see. Number 1. Worst Horse. I was going to do a video for Season 5 explaining why I felt a certain mare had earned the title of Worst Pony in Season 5. It just so happens in Season 5 I kind of already did a Best Pony video, and it didn't do all that amazingly, and it took a lot of work, and let's be honest, fans generally eat up positivity more than negativity. But hey, if I can get enough requests, I can dust this bad boy off and put it out. Number 2. A tribute video to Voice of Reason.
But for whatever cosmic reason unbeknownst to mankind, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is William's kryptonite. SpongeBob gets Christmas Who, My Little Pony gets Hearthswarming Eve. SpongeBob gets squirrel jokes, MLP gets putting your hoof down. SpongeBob gets the algae's always greener, MLP gets Dragon Quest. SpongeBob gets freaking band geeks, MLP gets Spike in your fucking service. Camp Lazlo won 2 primetime Emmys that she wrote for, and MLP got the mysterious Mare-de-Whale. So, after watching Bats, I just have one thing to say to the writer. Who are you and what'd you do with the Meriwether Williams I know and despise?
I kinda owe him for the collab and putting up with my insufferable ass at BronyCon. I really can't express how much I appreciate what a chill guy he's been. If one day Voice ended up on top of the review and or analysis community, I'd be proud to have him there. I think I got this script written out, and I've just been kind of putting this off. Number 3. Reprising and showing off some clips of the top 10 most underrated Limbo podcasts.
Box covering going, wow, those 2 girls are cute. They're like, no, dude, that's only one of them's a girl. I'm like, you know what? I don't know which is which. I'm just gonna walk away now.
Japan!
Japan!
It is gender ambiguous unless it has D cups.
Yeah.
I did this one already, but I split it between the 5 worst shows and the 5 most underrated.
Sorry, when Digi picked you up, what was it, from the airport, or where was it?
When was that?
Oh, you mentioned she picked you up in a bathrobe or something?
That's right. I was there at the bus station. I see him, and he's just standing there with his brothers who are in there in normal clothing. He's standing there in a fucking bathrobe, just casually. I was just like, hey, not trying not to comment on his attire, and he's just like, hey, you're here.
Was he wearing anything underneath the bathrobe?
He didn't open it.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't want to know. Okay, I don't want.
And I skipped putting in clips so I wouldn't be beating up on anyone. I don't think I had enough podcasts to show for some good moments from some of the more criminally underrated shows.
I didn't know Jeff Gordon was a bad guy. Go on, tell me.
He's the pretty boy of NASCAR.
I thought that was Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Still, I feel the all-time king for that is Cider's King of Limbo.
You fucking want the ones where I got arrested?
Yes! Those are the ones that Give and Take is currently the leader for guests that we've had that talked about fun shit when he got in trouble. Everybody else is like, oh, I don't know if I feel safe about that.
Oh, fucking hell. I've said this one on Solicited Radio.
He asks the guest the same question all the time. He's at a hard-on for this question. He always asks, like, what's the one time you got arrested? What's the most trouble you ever been in? You, like, seriously, these load right now. Talk about...
Okay, sweet. So, I was in Romania just when I was fucking a young cider. When I was 18 years old, we were getting shit-faced every single night. I was going with a couple of people from university. It's the gap year in Australia. It's where you don't go to uni, you just get drunk all the fucking time instead. Uni is college. It's interchangeable. I know some Americans are confused by those terms. Because, yeah, Australianisms. Anyway.
Then you're going to go to Macca's and fix your car with a spanner?
Yeah, just lift up the bonnet.
Right, okay. So after getting on the piss all night, we were fucking maggot. So we ended up just waking up the next morning, switching this back to regular language. Everyone was hungover and couldn't move except for me. So I was the first person to wake up. It was my duty to go out and get fucking food and everything for everyone. So it's get out of the hotel, walk down the streets, a couple of fruit vendors nearby because we're staying at a fucking youth hostel type thing. And there's this tray of apples like, yeah, you know what? It's food. It's available. I can't see any bacon and eggs anywhere. This'll have to do. So I just pick up the tray. The guy's like shouting out different numbers in Romanian or whatever the fuck language it was. I can't even remember if it was Romanian or something else. Could have been yelling English. I was that fucking sick of the world at that point. And as I'm holding the tray of apples in front of him, the realization hits. I've left my wallet and passport and everything in the fucking youth hostel. That's a good, mile running back that way. So I did the only logical thing that came to my mind while holding this tray of apples, and that was fucking leg it with the tray in hand.
You don't want to go to prison in Europe, you know that, right, Cider?
Yeah, exactly.
Not the
I
east
put
side,
North into
not the,
prison.
not the west side of Europe, not the west side.
It was an interesting experience. I think I got my drunken ass about 20 steps before falling over, apples flying everywhere, and then just getting arrested. So while I'm in, they could tell I was just, a white European tourist, which means, can't do anything too bad, or else they'll be cracking down on you for killing their tourism dollars or something. Or it could have just been a really shit, dilapidated prison. I ended up getting stuck in a holding cell. They took me out of the holding cell while they were looking for an English translator, and then they just left me in a room, which wasn't even a holding cell. There were no bars on the windows. So again, while still drunk, while still hungover, the first thought that came into my head was, I'm just going to climb out the window.
Now keep in mind,
the window
kids,
was fastened shut, so I had to smash the window open with a chair, climbing out, cut up my wrists and legs. It looked like I was just some weird suicide attempt victim, and I managed to somehow navigate myself after about 3 hours back to the youth hostel. Not youth hostel, regular hostel. Got everyone up, said, guys, pack your shit up right now. The cops are coming. I fucked up. And everyone's just like, did Sada murder someone? Did he punch someone while drunk? What did he do while we were asleep? So we got out of the hostel, paid everything off, grabbed all our bags, jumped on the first fucking pickup truck heading out of there, got to about Czechoslovakia, got out and was like, okay, Sada, what the fuck happened?
Still one of the best. And big names don't make big shows. Big personalities do. Number 4. Top 10 artists in the Bernie fandom. Major issues with this one? I'm likely going to be putting over people I've bought art off of. And it'll be a thank you to artists like GreyCat, Muffin Butt, the Skunk, Tralala, the Burning Donut. And notice I said artists and not animators. That's totally a different animal. I kind of feel like I'd want to collab this with someone who's more involved in art, namely an artist. I kind of wanted to do this with Aeon of Dreams, who I love up and down, but his schedule and productivity, well, yeah. Number 5. Top 10 YouTubers I watch.
Still don't know what I'm looking at. This is not a review for Abenai Sisters. It's a should you watch, where our objective is relatively simple. To inform like-minded individuals of a Japanese animated subject matter, and then to end on a conclusive, yet always flexible yes or no outcome. But here I'm afraid I cannot provide the words to describe, let alone commit a thesis, on what I can only interpret purely as visual terrorism. But God help us all, I'm going to try.
I'm just going to put this out there. Jim Sterling, Digibro, Razor Fist.
Improved from the relentless ricochet effect of Dark Souls 2, still errantly oscillates between enemies that can't decide if they're Colossus or fucking Shadow Cats. So wait, my weapon glides through a brick troll's aorta like I'm mincing fucking tofu, but if my gnarly pimp cane should make inadvertent contact with a wall constructed of an identical fucking material in the process, it bounces harder than a TNA paycheck?
Movie Bob, Danger Dolan, Douchebag Chocolato, Rob Dyke.
Hello there, and welcome to Social Autopsy, where we kill popular ideas and extract a new perspective. I'm Rob Dyke, and I'm a hypocrite, but don't get too giggly. So are you.
Jerry Pete, yes you heard me. Rebel Pixels and Blunty, and obviously I'd have to play around with the order.
Oh my. Nah, I'm good. Can you imagine if I had my hair grown out and I had all this shit going on? This would be a complete Spoonie ripoff.
If you know me and your name's not on that list and I've told you you're great, that means that you take too long to put out shit. Which I guess technically removes Douchebag Chocolato, but fuck it, I love the crazy bastard, so there he is. Number 6, the Nostalgia Critic for no good reason. I was going to talk about some of the things I didn't get and the sort of things I appreciate from his work, and well, it didn't feel fun. I don't mind trying new things, but the risk reward on this one felt too risky with very little payoff. Number 7, encouraging reviewers and analysts to put someone else over who could use their help at least once a month. Currently, I'm shilling for British Ninja and to a much lesser extent Manga Kamen, because Kamen will one day surpass me, and I'm a jealous bastard. Probably by season 6. This one is kinda aimed at past analysis and a few more other people. Everyone else who whines about the current state of the community. You've done nothing, zilch, and squat to put over the new talent that's trying to fill up the void of those people who've left. And bitching at the fans for not appreciating what you consider to be superior content. A video between 2 to 3 minutes would mean the world to those people who look up and admire you. And I assure you, it wouldn't take more than a day. Some polite, inspirational words because communities don't just happen, you have to make them happen. Like, I go Groundhog Day with this discussion with past constantly, and really all you need to do is write out a script, Easiest thing in the world. Slap your OC in the screen, maybe use 2 to 3 poses in the background. If you feel the product is lazy, you could always come back next time and improve. Sitting there doing absolutely nothing and spinning your wheels in some Skype chat about the good old days, jerking yourself off, just a little bit more is tedious, and quite frankly, we've all heard it. If you gunned it, you could get this done as little as 2 hours, including rendering time. I don't care about what you hate. If you don't love analysis enough to make the sacrifice, I think you're the one with the issue. Number 8. Villainy moving forward in the series. Taking a deeper look at Discord, and how he's still evil, and well, there's not much to say about Chrysilius. She's never coming back. Trixie's stuck back off in Equestria Girls. They nerfed Diamond Tiara. Tyric's gone. Sombre's gone and done his best impersonation of Applejack's parents. Even though Aunt Megan swears up and down, we're never going to get that on the show. I do have something planned for Starlight Glimmer, but I don't have enough content for everyone else. And that and Jerry already covered the villains for the most part. Number 9. Backing up and doing Made in Manhattan. Between the leaked episode, the movie, I'm just drained after putting out the Crusaders of the Lost Mark. The difference between a 3-minute and a 10-minute video just really takes it out of you. Oh, and number 10 obviously being the movie. So what do you want to see? Episode reviews, top 10s, cheap shots? Commentaries. A tribute video. How can I make your day a better tomorrow? Thank you.